I just wanted to thank viewer Stephanie Ebert for these amazing pictures of Volkswagen vans. Now, what's funny about this is when she first sent them to me, we were looking at the pictures and the middle bar clearly looked like it was connected, and then on some pictures of the same van, it looked disconnected. Sadly, since then, it's very clear now that all of them are actually disconnected in the middle, but that's fine because that just provides residual proof that Mandela effect people are not crazy. So yeah, there was a disconnect right there. Here's some great residual proof about it. After the bars seemed to all look about the same and the pictures morphed to match each other, in my opinion, I started looking at something else. First of all, the flower looks really, really blue on this one picture right now, and it just looks green on all the others. So that was interesting. And then there is a number 1 and some kind of a grill or something on this one photo, and not on any of the other photos of the very same van. So I'll put a link to this in the description. It might be something to check into. And then there are these other just really weird looking ones with, the logo just looks weird to me right now. I don't remember it looking so much like it had a big giant white W in the middle. I don't know, it looks so odd. She's right. And then if you look at the left side of the van here, it just looks all concaved in, kind of weird looking. I don't know. So I'll put her links down below. Really interesting finds. Thank you so much for that one, Stephanie. And thank you to Cron Burgundy, who sent in these amazing chase photos. So I was actually trying to save this photo for a follow-up on Shay's video. One of the things I realized is I think the purple color comes from maybe some kind of weird light bulb lighting scheme thing. But anyways, so just check this out. I couldn't save it. This is so crazy. Look at this. The circle is now lit up and it's now turned the white purple color. I mean, now it's just getting nuts. I mean, they're not even keeping the blue on the circle. And you know what my theory is on this? I was thinking about this and I was like, this is so obvious and clear that this part's supposed to be blue because they're blue everywhere else. And I'm almost wondering if maybe the Mandela effect glitched when it was turning everything from blue to white and then also some of them to black. I think maybe it just took this blue out by accident. It wasn't supposed to be taken out, but it's just like, oops, maybe it goes real fast or something, and then it just accidentally erased this blue too. So look at that. Got sent this super amazing evidence about the Shell stations from a viewer who wants to remain anonymous in Colorado Springs. The viewer sent in on Google Maps. When you go into 3D mode, you can see the old Shell lettering, but when you go to Street View, you can only see the logo. And the viewer sent in a few photos. These looked really, different. So I thought, okay, I got to check this out. To do this, I quickly downloaded the free Google Earth app onto my iPhone. And what you do when you open it up is you input this address, 1190 Baptist Road, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Okay, from here you're just going to be zooming in on it. And when you zoom in, just, twist it around until you can see the sign right in front of you. And here I clicked 2D, 3D. I kind of floated around a little, clearly saw the letters. Yep. Then I decided to click the little person to get on into the street view. As soon as I did that, click. Oh my gosh, it is a shell on the street view, but if you go into 3D mode, it's the letters. So from here, you can just sort of play around with it a little bit, toggle back and forth between the shell and the letters. But then I realized, okay, I've got to figure out what is the date and time of these pictures, right? I mean, this one with the letters could be from like a half a century ago. I'm going to teach you how to find the date a Google Street image was taken, even though Google is trying to hide this information now. So first, you just type in your address into Google. I did this on my phone, and click on it. Click on the address when it comes up. Mine popped up right away because it was already loaded. And as soon as it does that, just hit those 3 little dots in the upper right-hand corner with your finger or your mouse, and click on report a problem or report an issue. Don't actually go through with it, just look at the little black bar on the bottom of the photo, and it'll tell you the time of the photo. So then you can just click out of this and don't report any problems. Annoyingly enough, it started to glitch soon and would give me the wrong address, but even though the numbers on the photograph are wrong, you can clearly see by the photo itself that it's the correct photograph and the correct location, and I was able to screenshot it before it decided to glitch out on me and not let me have this picture. So through this method, I was able to discern that the street view was obtained on 7/2017. You might want to write that down. So that was July 2017, 7/17. Then I had to go to my desktop to get the date of the 3D image, which the Google Earth is new to me and really hard. So just bear with me. So those top two little icons there, you can toggle back and forth between Street View and 3D View. And if you go up to the left-hand top bar side, there's a little clock icon, and you can just click that and it'll give you dates and times. And that was the only way I was able to obtain the date and time for the 3D view because I don't have the classic version, sadly. So first I worked on getting the satellite street view time and date of the photograph where there's clearly a shell logo. If you look at the right at the little corner there at the top, you can see just a little square sticking out. That's the shell. That's not the letterings because it's a little square, right? So the date and time on this photo showed up as 6/9/2017. Okay, so now I've got one street satellite view showing up as 6/9/17 and one street view from Google showing up as 7/9/2017. It's all making sense. 6/17 and 7/17, both with a shell on it. Now here's where it became a shocker. So if you go into the 3D mode, where it clearly says shell on the sign still written out in letters, the date of the picture is 6/17, June 2017. So now we have a picture in 3D mode saying that it said shell in letters in 6/17, but we have clearly the street view and the satellite street view saying that it had a little clamshell logo only on 6/17 and 7/17. So that's impossible. But that is not where it ends. It just gets weirder from here. So he actually sent me a video of him looking at the exact time and date on Google Earth using probably the old school Google Earth because now they try to hide it. I don't have the classic version, so I can't do this. But just watch this. It speaks for itself. Now, what I find super interesting about this is that every time he goes from AM to PM in that 12 hours, there appears to be some kind of pink flash all over Earth, all over the landscape. Is that the Mandela effect? Is that the glitch? Well, there you have it. We caught the Mandela effect, and it's pink. Now listen, I understand that in 3D, in the past, they have used computer-generated images and even hand-drawn images. However, for the past few years, they have been using photographs. They even send people into the wilderness with cameras on their backpacks. I saw an image of a cloud on the mountain in this very same Shell Station timeline. How would they know there was a cloud in the mountains unless they were using pictures? So the question is, if they are using satellite images constantly to create these 3D mock-ups, how in the heck could a company that is obsessed with quality of their maps and constant fine-tuning and tweaking get this so wrong? Secondly, the video I was sent was not in the 3D mode. It was in the top view, the satellite imagery, almost 2D. If you want to research this glitch more, I suggest looking for images like this online. I am so sorry I can't remember where I found this one. Maybe Houston? But this is like a perfect find. It has still got the shell letters on it, and in December of 2017? Really? So that's a 20-year-old sign there, huh? That's what you're telling me? Okay. Well, I would research that. I mean, it's got the letter fading off and all that kind of stuff. So those are the kind I would look for to look for glitches. I would really like to thank viewer Ray T for sending in these awesome evidence finds that, yep, in this reality, I guess Shell really did get rid of their letters on top of the signs, or on bottom as you might remember it, in 1999. Here it is on an award, and you can clearly see that, yeah, it's just a clam. Wow. Also, Angel, thanks for sending these pictures in. You know what, Angel? You need to go back and check on those, because these did not look like they were turning black when you sent them to me. I remember looking at these, and now the signs look like they're turning black. The subway's looks like a black background, and it's got a blank sign underneath. So there's just craziness going all over these photos.
Look at that glitch. I drive this street all the time. It's Victory in Woodland. I've never seen it before. I was just here on the corner the other day to film the Valero. This Valero right here, I was sitting over there taking pictures. I would have seen this. I didn't see this. So that's interesting. So the McDonald's glitched over there when I was looking at the black McDonald's. And now the Shell has two signs after I was looking at the shells yesterday. Interesting.
Just to sign off, going to tell you about this weird thing that happened to me today. So I was holding this notepad and it glitched right in my hand. This cover just popped right off somehow, and I don't know how. I couldn't get it back on. These little things are just too big to go through the holes, and the holes that it is big enough to go through, that's the back. So the front cover doesn't go on the back, and I handed it to my friend. I asked her how to get it back on. She struggled with it for a long time. Finally said, I don't know, I'm so confused. I've got to go back to the store and figure it out. And I was like, I don't know. I think the front just literally just somehow popped out into my hand. Maybe I'm just darn stupid and you can figure it out for me though.